Good morning, and welcome to our reflection on the Gospel of John, specifically chapter 1, verses 1-18. This passage, often referred to as the prologue, is a profound meditation on the nature of Jesus Christ, the Word made flesh. John begins by declaring, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." This powerful statement echoes the opening of Genesis, reminding us that God is the source of all creation. This word, however, is not simply an idea or a concept. It is a person, divine and eternal, existing in perfect unity with God the Father. John emphasizes that we have beheld his glory, the glory as of the only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth. Through Jesus, we encounter the fullness of God's love and the truth that sets us free. The Word, we are told, became flesh and dwelt among us. This is the incarnation, the profound mystery of God becoming human. Jesus, the eternal Word, took on human flesh, sharing our joys and sorrows, our triumphs and our struggles. He came to live among us to reveal the true nature of God and to show us the path to salvation. The passage continues, "In him was life, and the life was the light of men." This highlights the life-giving nature of Christ. He is the source of all true life, the light that dispels the darkness of sin and despair. Through him, we have access to eternal life, a life that transcends the limitations of this world. This word, we learn, was with God in the beginning, before the creation of the universe. He was the agent through whom all things were made. All things were made through him, and without him was not anything made that was made. This emphasizes the centrality of Christ in the divine plan of creation. Thank you for joining me today. For more reflections on the gospel, please subscribe to our channel. God bless.
Ever wondered how, a single text could shape civilizations? I mean, think about it.
Wow, that's a big question.
Well, today we're going deep. We're diving into the opening of the Gospel of John, one of the most influential passages ever.
Yeah, the Gospel of John, it's a first-century account of Jesus' life, but it's more than just a biography.
Right. It's about his divinity.
Exactly, huge emphasis on that, and on his cosmic significance.
Okay, so we're focusing on the very beginning, where John lays out his message.
Yeah, it's poetic, too.
Totally. So let's jump in.
Okay, so he starts with this line, "In the beginning was the Word." Boo.
Whoa.
It's Genesis, right, creation.
Right.
So John's saying Jesus isn't just a historical figure, but a force, present at creation itself.
Wow. So who or what is the Word, then?
Okay, so the Greek word is logos, which is multi-layered.
Okay.
It's reason, speech, even creative power.
So it's drawing on, philosophy of the time.
Oh yeah, totally. Ideas that both Jewish and Greek thinkers would get.
So not just a name, then?
Right, it's connected to deeper concepts. And then you've got that image of light overcoming darkness.
Yeah, powerful imagery.
Right, it's a huge theme throughout John. You can see why it would resonate with early Christians, especially during persecution.
Totally. Gives hope. Now, we meet John the Baptist.
Not the same guy as the author, just to be clear.
Of course.
But the distinction between him and Jesus, that's key.
Correct.
John the Baptist is a witness, a forerunner, preparing the way for, the true light.
So he's the warm-up act.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It fits into the Jewish prophetic tradition, right?
Yeah.
Messengers announcing a greater figure.
Got it. So John the Baptist sets the stage, but then he came to what was his own, but his own people did not accept him. Oof.
Right. That's a heavy one.
What do you make of that?
Well, there are historical and theological interpretations.
Okay.
Jewish expectations of the Messiah might not have aligned with who Jesus was.
Yeah, interesting. And then the idea of transformation.
Yeah.
Becoming children of God.
Exactly. It's spiritual rebirth,
Yeah.
central to Christianity. John's saying, through faith in Jesus, you can experience this profound change.
A new relationship with God.
Yes.
New beginning, new identity. Okay, and then the Word became flesh.
Whoa.
The divine becoming human.
The incarnation still blows my mind.
Me too. It's the foundation of Christian theology, really. That bridge between humanity and the divine.
Absolutely. And then we get Jesus described as full of grace and truth.
Those are like big concepts.
They were huge ES in the ancient world.
Okay, so unpack those a bit.
Grace, that's God's unearned favor, love, freely given. And truth here, it's not just facts, it's a deeper reality. Authenticity, living aligned with God's will.
So deeper than we might think at first.
Way deeper.
Okay, but then no one has ever seen God.
Mm.
So how can we know him?
Right. Seems like a contradiction.
Totally.
Well, John says Jesus is the revelation of God.
He makes the invisible visible.
Exactly. Through Jesus, we can understand God.
I'm seeing how carefully John is constructing his argument here. He contrasts Moses, who brought the law, with Jesus, who brings grace.
Oh yeah, that contrast is essential.
How so?
It's about a new kind of authority. Jesus' authority isn't about rules, but about this transformative relationship with God.
Yeah.
Internal, not external.
So it's less about following rules and more about a relationship with God.
Right. And grace.
So much to consider. If the Word is this creative power, what does that say about our potential as humans to, shape the world?
That is a great question. If the Word, who is Jesus, is this creative force and we are called to be like him, what does that say about our own ability to create, to bring positive change?
I love that.
Oh, and you know what else?
Right.
John emphasizes that Jesus existed before creation.
Right.
That hints at a huge cosmic story, bigger than what's in the other Gospels.
Wow. That really gives me something to think about.
I know, right?
It makes me want to dive deeper into John.
Me too. So much in just those opening lines.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with me.
It's been a pleasure.